How does a weightless, invisible reality like consciousness interact with a physical universe defined by mass and dimensions? In the 11th century, the Ismaili philosopher Nasser Khosrow developed a systematic answer to this problem. He presents his text, the Khwan al-Akhawan, as a rigorous logical investigation into the mechanics of existence. This manuscript contains a specific map of the cosmos. It identifies a series of celestial spheres that bridge the gap between the non-physical and physical realms. This 11th century Persian blueprint provides a structural framework for reality that parallels major philosophical developments found in both the East and the West. Khosrow divides existence into two categories. First is the benefit receiver, or murakab, the corporeal world. It's a composite of parts with measurements, height, width, and depth. Second is the benefit giver, or basit, the spiritual world. It's uncompounded, weightless, and independent of physical dimensions. To explain how these two distinct realms interact, Khosrow uses the analogy of the human face. Consider features like an eye, a nose, or a brow. Isolated, they are distinct, requiring a unifying concept. When assembled, the name face binds them. Khosrow argues the word world functions exactly the same way, uniting the spiritual giver and corporeal receiver. Reality is a structured system defined by this constant exchange between that which gives form and that which receives it. Khosrow identifies the universal intellect as the source of the giver realm, existing outside time and space. The receiver realm is trapped within a physical grid. Being inert, it cannot animate itself. The intellect passes energy through the soul to animate this grid, providing life. This logical framework is reflected in Islamic mysticism, appearing in the metaphorical language of Rumi. In the Mathnawi, Rumi describes the human condition with a flute. We are the flute, our music is all thine. The body is the instrument. The spirit is the breath that makes it play. Rumi's breath functions like Khosrow's benefit giver. The physical flute depends on the immaterial spirit to produce sound. This division between the active immaterial and the passive material is also a foundation of ancient Greek thought. Plato's realm of forms acts as the primary source of reality. For Plato, immaterial forms provide the structure that allows the physical world to exist. The physical shadows in Plato's cave are the receivers. They are composite matter that only gains identity by mimicking an immaterial form. Aristotle developed this further with hylomorphism, the theory that every physical object is the union of matter, the receiver, and form, the giver. Aristotle also distinguished between the passive and active intellect. The active intellect functions much like Khosrow's universal intellect, providing benefit to the human mind. Hey everyone! If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear what you think. Your support really means a lot and helps me keep creating content for you all. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Both the Islamic Golden Age and classical Greece reached the same conclusion. The material world depends on an immaterial architect to function. This structural parallel extends further east into Asian philosophy. In Taoism, yin and yang are defined by their specific ontological functions within the universe. Aligning with Khosrow's system, yin is the passive principle of the earth, the receiver. Yang is the active principle of heaven, the giver. Their interplay generates the 10,000 things, matching Khosrow's concept of births occurring at the boundary between these realms. The Neo-Confucian philosopher Zhu Xi categorized existence using a similar framework called Li and Qi. Li is the immaterial, spiritual pattern, the giver. Qi is the material force, the receiver. Li acts as the template that organizes the energy of Qi into distinct shapes. From Khosrow's Persia to Zhu Xi's China, the logic persists. Chaotic matter requires an immaterial principle to gain purpose and form. This leads to a final question regarding Khosrow's text. Why did the creator build this interdependent system of spheres and intellects? Khosrow identifies a specific purpose for the physical universe. It was constructed to produce the human being. Khosrow defines humans as the primary receivers. Within the physical world, humans are the only entities capable of absorbing the highest benefit from the intellect, knowledge. Human consciousness is the required nexus point where the immaterial world finally realizes its purpose through the material world. Khosrow supports this by citing a hadith. People are either scholars, learners, or listeners, and the rest are riffraff. This isn't a social commentary. It is an ontological classification based on the functioning of the giver and receiver engine. A scholar acts as a micro-giver, passing on knowledge. A learner or listener is a micro-receiver, actively absorbing that benefit. To exist outside of this exchange, to refuse to seek or share knowledge, is to fail the operational purpose of being human. Whether expressed through Khosrow's universal intellect, through Rumi's breath, Plato's ancient forms, or yin and yang, the cross-cultural consensus is clear. Matter serves purely as the vessel. Its ultimate purpose is to be filled with the light of understanding.